Part 7. Goals and Doors. As you move forward along your path, various goals and doors will begin appearing in your field. The goal you desire is the end outcome you intend to create, and the door is the path that opens before you in relation to your goal. You must remain mindful about which goals you pursue and doors you walk through, because something very tricky can happen, and most people aren't honest enough with themselves to ever realize it's happening to them. You may find yourself pursuing goals that aren't even yours. You may find that doors that used to feel aligned are no longer meant for you. Let me explain this. Not every door you walk through is meant for you. Not every goal you pursue is your goal. Some goals are traps created by pendulums. You're taught to chase specific outcomes that are rooted in cultural expectations or social pressure. These kinds of goals trigger your ego's desire for respect, prestige, and fitting in with the crowd, which creates all kinds of friction and resistance along the way. You must learn to distinguish between alien goals and your soul's true goals, because only your true goals will open the right doors that feel effortlessly expansive and turn your goals into the natural byproduct of you just being yourself. And so the intention here is to not necessarily find a perfect goal or a perfect door that leads to your manifestations, but instead it's to ask yourself, how do I know if I'm pursuing an alien goal? Let's start by clearly understanding what an alien goal is. Alien goals are imposed on you by your upbringing, your schooling, your parents, and all other influences that program your identity. The key is to pay attention to how you feel when pursuing them, because alien goals create deep inner tension and stress. And even if you do achieve them, like even if you become successful at the thing, something will still feel off. You'll likely feel heaviness, like you're drained of your energy, like you constantly feel unmotivated to continue forward. You know subconsciously that you're only really chasing these goals because of the validation you think you'll get from others. They will carry a frequency of obligation, meaning that you must achieve this or else, and there are no other options. This heaviness and pressure is precisely why most people fail to manifest, because it's like the baby trying to jam a square block into a round hole. From early on in your childhood, you were conditioned by pendulums to meet societal expectations, to chase careers, degrees, status, and success without ever stopping to ask yourself, what do I really want? What would actually make my life feel like one continuous holiday in which all of my needs are met and it feels fun and expansive along the way? This is why most people stay trapped, because they aren't honest enough with themselves to admit that they're chasing alien goals. They get caught in the rat race of external demands and timelines that don't reflect who they genuinely are, because they have no idea what they actually want. Pendulums grip their energy, and they aren't even aware that it's happening. However, you're watching this now, and you're beginning to interrupt that pattern of hypnotic thinking that pendulums deploy on you, and you're becoming aware of what your soul's true goals are. Your true goals feel totally different. They feel natural, like you can clearly picture yourself doing the thing for the rest of your life. And even if challenges do arise, which they inevitably will, you will find that you have the organic energy and motivation to overcome the challenges without having to force yourself forward. Your soul's true goals feel like you're coming home to yourself, with zero insistence on needing to prove anything to yourself or to anyone else. And in truth, your soul's true goals are usually hidden in plain sight. They're the things you loved to do when you were a child, before the world told you who you were supposed to be. Children are geniuses in that way. They haven't yet been captured by pendulums. And that really is the key to transurfing into realities of abundance. Much of this work is about reconnecting with your inner child and returning to that sense of imagination and playfulness with life. And here's where it all comes together. I want you to write this down and remember it forever. When you pursue your soul's true goals, you paradoxically get all of the respect, status, money, and prestige that your ego wanted in the first place without forcing a single thing. The right doors and opportunities that are meant for you will naturally gravitate into your field, in which all of the riches and abundance you've dreamed of become the default outcome, the side effect of following paths that are yours. And the thing about this is that the right paths for you, the right doors, do not have to be broken down, and they don't have crowds of people surrounding them desperate to get inside. The right doors open effortlessly without you having to bang on them, and they only open for you. If you find yourself endlessly fighting and stressing, trying to force your way through, you're most likely at the wrong door. If it feels draining and suffocating, like you're trapped in the maze of manifestation again, you're probably at the wrong door. If you feel like importance and excess potential are building up and contaminating your field, you're likely at the wrong door. You don't have to stay there. Turn around and choose a different door. Most people live their lives completely backwards, succeeding at the wrong goals and wondering why it doesn't feel like success. But for the trend surfer who understands how reality works, success and abundance is the natural byproduct of you just being yourself and walking away from the crowd. Now, in a practical sense, this doesn't mean quit your job and move to Tulum to become a DJ, shaman, energy healer, ayahuasca, alien channeler. But what it does mean for you, in a practical sense, is that if you feel like your reality is heavy and burdened with importance, you have full permission to change directions and try a different path. Maybe it means trying out a new unconventional business strategy in your current business. Maybe it means requesting a promotion at your job when you're not ready. Maybe it means taking a spontaneous trip with your partner, etc., etc. Do something different to interrupt the stagnant energy that is blocking the flow of your manifestations. Get resourceful with how you execute. Your experience of reality was never meant to feel like an endless battlefield that you have to fight for your place under the sun. You have infinite possibilities within the space of variations for higher timelines of success and riches, and you will genuinely be surprised at how a few small shifts in energy transform heaviness into joy and expansion. There is always another door right nearby. And the truth is, when you pursue goals and walk through doors that are meant for you, you cannot fail. You don't have to fight or push endlessly. You simply move forward with the divine trust in God and your universe that everything is working out exactly as it needs to. The discernment to know the difference between your goals and false goals, and the humility to trust your inner guidance is what makes trance surfing come to life.